Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I, and most of us, are people I believe have dealt with mental health at some point in our life. What I'm talking about here is not only about obvious depression and stress diagnosis to a professional. Instead, small things like being overworked, feeling tired all the time, not eating or overeating, feeling alone, those little things are all indication of an unhealthy mentality. There are questions popping up in our head. Can they be cured? Do we ever know how to cope? What will happen if those small things repeat, like they are bound to happen, yet we do not treat them? We ignore them instead. These questions might be left unanswered in our head because, in fact, we have never been taught about mental health. It is mostly us seeking information about it by ourselves, since no one has ever given the information straightforwardly to us. Despite knowledgeable of the signs and symptoms being the one way to combat mental health issues. That being said, today I would like to talk about how mental health should be taught in schools. I would like to elaborate at why and how mental health being taught in schools is important, as to why social media, the thing students and teenagers have been relying on, is also affecting youth mental health. I will later close my speech by giving a conclusion regarding this matter. The first reason why mental health should be taught in schools is that students are the age group that often occurs this event. Yet, schools only care about physical health. But what about mental health? A survey conducted by researcher Vinigo Mubashiro in 2017 noted the cause of students experiencing mental disorders. It was stated that 54.5% of students experience mental disorders, 13.8% experience violence, 15.2% felt uncomfortable at school, and more surprisingly, 0.3% consume drugs or marijuana for reasons of stress, while 3.1% consume alcohol. Now, I'll give it to you. The schools and related parties. Is this all still seen from the light matters point of view? Student life today is full of stress. What students experienced 10 years ago was much different from what students have to experience right now. Demands, accelerations, high skills, all of which make students face prolonged stress. Did you know that 90% of students aged 10 until 24 commit suicide because they are not mentally healthy? Suicide is the third leading cause of death for students. One of the things they need is just someone, just one person, to tell them that it's okay to rest, it's okay to fail. They often need someone just to let them know that it is okay to hear that they deserve to hear all of that. And who is that someone? School. Here I say school because their parents may also be unaware, may also be uninformed about these matters due to their past education. Therefore, school is the only option. It is the only place for them to learn, for them to be taught about mental health. However, it is sad to know that adults, teachers, and education personnel who are supposed to be these nurturing features are instead neglecting. The second factor has to do with social media's influence, as teenagers and students nowadays are overly reliant on social media. This reliance not only adds to a negative worldview, but it is also one of the leading causes of sadness and anxiety, especially among students. Their fear of missing out causes them to believe that they are missing out on particular things. And this can lower their self-esteem, cause anxiety, or even encourage them to use social media even more. Their fear of missing out can drive them to pick up their phone every few minutes, to check on every update, or to respond compulsively on each and every alert, even if it means risking their life with driving, missing out on sleep at night, or prioritizing social media interaction over real-world relationships. And the more they prioritize social media interaction over in-person relationships, the worse they will become. The worse they will struggle over mood disorders. Students may also experience the feelings of inadequacy about their life or appearance as the result of the amount of photographs shared online, which can make them feel anxious about how they look or about what is going on in their life. Despite all of this, students tend to dismiss it. They think of it as a minor inconvenience, unaware that it could lead to be something bigger, something more serious, something worse, a mental condition that requires treatment. Is it really the best method to treat a high fever? By remaining silent and hoping that it will go away by itself? No, right? Students tend to ignore since they don't know. They are uninformed about these issues, although they certainly should know. Therefore, I think that there should be a mental health education in school to prevent bad things happening to students and teenagers. School is the second place where students spend most of their time other than at home. Schools are crucial places where students can understand that an unhealthy mentality should not be covered up, but understood and solutions are sought. Without providing education to students, they will know nothing. Mental health education is required, or I emphasize, required in the school curriculum. I believe with the data I brought, facts, and events happening around us, schools from now on can start teaching mental health to students as soon as possible. That's the end of my speech. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.